This year, the Missouri Pork Association honors an influential member of the Missouri General Assembly for his tremendous support of agriculture and the Missouri pork industry. Senator Mike Bernskater is from Jefferson City and represents Missouri's 59th District. Mr. Bernskater, would you like to join me up here? This past year, Senator Bernskater sponsored legislation that created a level playing field for agriculture. His leadership in the state capitol is appreciated by Missouri pork producers and all the agriculture community. It is my privilege to present Senator Bernskater with the Missouri Pork Association Outstanding Legislator Reward. Please join me in a round of applause.
Thank you, Marcus. You know, it's very humbling that y'all recognize me. But I did not do this without a lot of your all's help. You know, when I don't know if y'all know your lobbyists, Brent Hemphill and Don Nicodem. I know you know Don, but you know, they came to me and said this would not be easy, and they were correct. It was not easy. We started at about 7 o'clock at night and ended about 7 o'clock in the morning, but a lot of the people in this room were there all night with me, supporting me, keeping me going, and it, you know, I thought, well, this is our state's #1 industry, and you know, why wouldn't we be regulated by a state industry? You know, they have scientists and they have engineers on staff at the state. You know, why would we go through a hodgepodge of different county ordinances? Every county had a different ordinance, but like I said, they were right. It wasn't easy. Mr. Brinker just mentioned his boss. I need to mention my boss. Will you please stand up, dear? My wife, Jeanette. My wife, Jeanette, was there also, but she did not stay till 7 o'clock in the morning. But she did listen, yes. But we, you know, we're in the pest control business, and we're regulated by the Department of Agriculture, and we don't have, you know, county-by-county ordinances in the pest control business. And so I just didn't understand why our #1 industry, our state, couldn't be regulated by the state regulators. But quite simply, I thought it was the right thing to do, you know, to have them regulated like that. But like I said, I don't deserve a lot of the credit. You know, Don and Brent did a lot with me. You know, all the ag groups came together. You know, not always all the ag groups are on the same page, but in this instance, all the ag groups came together. We had the financial institutions were there, the Chamber of Commerce. We had, and a lot of members of your association came to the Capitol. Some of you testified at the hearing. Some of you came and talked to your legislatures. And, you know, just like the governor was saying, you know, the greatness of you all, we got this done. I mean, I didn't do it. You all did it by coming and talking to your legislators and your senators and told them the importance of this legislation and how important it was to your industry. So I want to encourage you all to keep being involved in the legislative process. There are so many people, and you all know this, that don't know where their food comes from. They think it comes from the grocery store. And so you have to keep, you know, there's very few people at the Capitol that understand agriculture. And another thing, if a lot of you all that came and talked to state reps and senators, I think some of you all should think about running for office. I think you all could do it. You're very good at it, very passionate about agriculture. We need people at the Capitol that are passionate about agriculture. And I want you to keep being vigilant and in defense of the pork industry and the ag industry in general. But I think most people, you know, don't want to do what you all do because, honestly, it's too much work. You know, most people don't want to work that hard anymore. I told you I was in the pest control business. I had a lady that owned a Baskin Robbins, and the Baskin Robbins is only closed 3 days a year, and she was trying to sell it. She made good money, But nobody wanted to buy it. Nobody, not everybody wants to work 365 days a year. But you all do, and like I said, you need to keep telling people what you all do and how you do it, and keep everybody informed at the Capitol. And I want to thank you all for your support, and thank you for recognizing me. Thank you.
Thank you, Senator. We appreciate all you do. It is my privilege to present the annual Chairman's Award. This year's recipient has greatly contributed to the association and the pork industry. Tonight's award goes to Scott Phillips from Drexel. Scott returned to the family farm in 1990 after serving in the U.S. Air Force Reserves as an A-10 fighter pilot for 10 years. He and his brother Martin own Phillips Family Farms, a 2,000 sow farrow-to-finish operation. In 2019, Scott and his nephew Nathan joined in a partnership to build and operate a 2,500 sow farrow-to-wean building called Mulberry Creek Farms. Scott is currently serving as a director on the National Pork Board and was chairman of the Missouri Pork Association in 2015 and 16. Scott and his wife Donita have 3 children, are active in the Garden City Baptist Church, and Scott serves as a Boy Scout leader. Scott, would you like to join me?
Thank you very much for this award. As I hear all the speeches and everything, I'm reminded that agriculture is a relationship-rich environment. And I look across here, I look out here, and I see a lot of friendships, a lot of business relationships, a lot of camaraderie that extend across the decades. And a lot of times, so it's just a privilege to be here with my friends. We come here and it's more like a gathering of friends than an industry association meeting, isn't it? A lot of these relationships around us kind of define who we are over time. For example, my dad was in the Air Force, and in 1967 he got out of the Air Force, and him and Mom bought a farm in Drexel, Missouri. And that's the reason I'm a hog farmer. And then I was able to farm with my brother for 29 years, and now I get the privilege of farming with my nephew and niece, Nathan and Janelle, who's the cheering section over there. And I was trying to decide whether, no, I'm not going to tell a story. Okay. It's too much. Okay. My mom hasn't even heard this, okay? When I was 31 years old, I was going to get married to this girl, and I went and bought her a ring, and I asked her to marry me. And she said, "I'll think about it." And she was a tall, blonde-haired girl, okay? And sometimes God uses your greatest tragedies and your most bitter disappointments to bring about your most joyful results out of that. Anyway, that girl, after a while, I thought, she's not going to say yes. So I went and took the ring back, and I broke up the relationship. And a little while after that, I met the person who has developed the greatest joy in my life here, which is my wife, Donita. And because of that, God redirected me to her. And it's from that disappointment that I got my greatest joy. And she is the wisest, most understanding, and most loving person that I've ever met. And so I really appreciate my wife there. And I really enjoy, it's a privilege to be here in this room with a fellow hog farmers and fellow friends. Thank you so much for this honor.
Congratulations, Scott. Thanks again for all you've done. As your board chairman, I'd like to recognize my fellow board officers that helped me in directing the association. Treasurer Mike Diggs from Lamar, please stand. Secretary Adam Dorman from Sweet Springs, and Vice Chairman Don Lout from Fredericktown. Also, I'd like to recognize a few board members that are retiring. You all please join me up here. Al Durking, Jordan Epperson, Phil Howerton, Todd Williams. If you're here, please join me on stage. We'd like to thank you all for your service on the board and appreciate all you've done for the Missouri Pork Association. I look forward to working with you in the future. As many of you know, Phil has been a member of the Missouri Pork Association since 1979 and began serving on the board in 1985. He has served in various roles, from chairing committees to serving as regional director and regional vice president and on the executive committee. He served as a chairman of the board in 2003 and 2004. Phil, we'd like to recognize you with the Director Emeritus Award. Okay. All right. Thank you. I tried. This is the 13th year for the Missouri Pork Association's Youth Pork Ambassador Program. Each ambassador will be awarded a $1,000 scholarship payable to a technical school, community college, or a four-year university upon completion of the year-long program. In 2019, we had 3 ambassadors. Kendra Betts from Trenton, please stand if you're here. Marlena Long from Paris, and Matthew Morgan from Lamar. They've been helping at various events throughout the past year, including today. Thank you for your time and effort. This year, 5 outstanding individuals have been selected as ambassadors. As I call your name, could you please come up stage? Carly Collins from Lintner, William Crane from Monroe City, Anna Kate Link from Moberly, Lauren Robinson from Wellsville, and Michaela Schaefer from Springfield. Read your bios. Carly is the daughter of Jay and Michelle Collins of Lintner. She currently works on the family farm raising cattle, hogs, and row crops. Unfortunately, Carly couldn't be here tonight, but we look forward to working with her this year. William is the son of Joe and Mary Ellen Crane from Monroe City. He stays busy working as needed at 2 Mile Pork, Long Branch Pork, Crane Family Farms, and Orson Farm and Home. Anna Kate is the daughter of Troy and Terry Link from Moberly. She has worked at the Pepco Manufacturing and the Country Meat Shop, both in Moberly. She was also on the showpig.com all-star team and enjoys showing Hereford hogs. Lauren is the daughter of Eddie and Tammy Robinson of Wellsville. She works on the family farm where she is responsible for breeding and assists with farrowing and farm management. Michaela is the daughter of Brian Schaefer and Marta Brooks, both from Springfield. She currently works on the family farm raising cattle, pigs, and dairy goats. She also works at the University of Missouri feed mill. Congratulations to all of you. On behalf of the Missouri pork industry, I look forward to working with you this coming year. Our last presentation this evening is the Missy North Memorial Scholarship. In its 5th year, this $2,500 scholarship recognizes a college student planning to pursue a career in the pork industry. This year's recipient is Caitlin Robinson from Wellsville. Caitlin, could you come up? Go ahead, anything? Congratulations.
Thank you.
Just a second. Nope, stay a second. Caitlin is the daughter of Eddie and Tammy Robinson of Wellsville, Missouri. She's grown up on the family farm, raising and showing pigs at the local, state, and national level. While in college, she continues to expand her Duroc herd into a premier breeding program. In 2019, she was appointed to the National Junior Swine Association's Board of Directors and has traveled across the country working with the next generation of youth swine exhibitors. Caitlin has been a member of the Missouri Youth Show Pig Circuit for the past 8 years and was an MPA, Missouri Pork Association Youth Pork Ambassador in 2018. Caitlin is currently majoring in animal science at the University of Missouri with plans to continue her education in graduate school and receive her doctoral with an emphasis in swine nutrition. While attending MU, she is actively involved in the Block and Bridle and Sigma Alpha. Thank you.